Hey there, ever wanted to know how to troubleshoot an Alvarado full height turnstile? Today, we're going to show you how. I'm Grizz with the Turnstile crew here at Avant-Garde. We bring you the best tips, tools, and products to keep your organization secure and up and running. If you find this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to learn more. We also love hearing your suggestions and questions in the comments. In this video, we're going to show you how to troubleshoot and diagnose an Alvarado full height turnstile that's not working properly. In this step-by-step guide, we'll show you how to determine what, if anything, needs repaired on your turnstile. At any point in your troubleshooting process, feel free to reach out to our technical support team by clicking the link in the description or by visiting avantgardeturnstiles.com. If at any point you want to jump ahead to a specific step in the process, there are chapters in the description. It's important to note that all modern Alvarado full height turnstiles share the same internal components. So regardless of which model you have, this guide should be useful. If your Alvarado full height turnstile is old enough, it may have a disc style speed brake on top as opposed to the newer hydraulic style you'll see in this video. In situations with these older turnstiles, we recommend contacting the Avant-Garde support team for further assistance. Now that we've covered the basics, let's jump into the details. Part 1. Proper operation example. You're going to want to start by performing an operation test. This test will vary by whether your turnstile is card in only or card in and card out. When you present your credential, you should be able to hear the lock arm bolts disengage. If it's free exit, you should be able to move the turnstile freely in the exit direction, but it should stay locked in the entry direction. If you don't hear these sounds, you will have to dive deeper to figure out what component needs maintenance. Part 2, visual inspection. Perform a visual inspection of the unit. Verify that the top channel access is only accessible from the secure side of the turnstile. If you find that it's on the unsecure side of the unit, then the unit is likely installed backwards. Verify that the LEDs on the main control board are illuminated. Next, you're going to want to perform a spring configuration check. You can reference the diagram that we provide here. The springs are located here, and here, and here, and here. Verify that the lock arms move freely and that the bolts are tightened properly. Look for oil on or around the speed control governor and the optical sensor. Check wire placement to ensure that cabling is not interfering with any moving parts. Verify that the encoder wheel is not bent and is passing through the optical sensor correctly. When the encoder wheel passes through the optical sensor, the indicator light on the control board should change status. Complete one rotation of the roto while observing the encoder wheel passing through the optical sensor and the lock arms engaging and disengaging. Check the dip switches. We'll provide you a reference diagram here so that you can reference what position the dip switches need to be in. Keep in mind, when changing dip switch settings, power needs to be shut off, the dip switch needs to be changed, and then power reapplied. Check the key configuration. Refer to our key operation video here. Part 3, power cycle the unit. The first thing you're going to want to do is power cycle the unit for 15 seconds. Part 4, verify the presence of power. Verify presence of around 12 volts AC going to the board terminal block J4. If no power, this could indicate a faulty transformer, a bad incoming fuse, or lack of facility power. Part 5, eliminate access control issues. Eliminating access control issues can be done by labeling and removing the access wires that are under ACC and ground on blocks J3 and J7. Once these wires are removed, you could also repeat this process for the alarm inputs on J3 and J7 under ground and open. A pair of wires will be needed to simulate a momentary closing of the switch. Once wires are terminated, touch the other ends together momentarily to simulate the closing of the access control contact. For this demonstration purpose, we've installed buttons and it's landed on J7. Button activates, the relay fires, the lock arm releases. The unit unlocks and functions properly, then you have determined it is an access control issue. If it does not unlock, proceed to the next step. Verify this by checking continuity on the access control wire coming in. When the card is swiped, it should be a momentary continuity. Please note that you can use a card or a similar device in the optical sensor to simulate a rotation as well as test the optical sensor. Something to take note on: if the board is shorted out, it could be providing a closed signal when there is nothing landed on the terminals. At this time, you want to take your meter set to continuity, and on the J3 terminal block, ACC and ground, you want to test those to see if you're getting continuity. If you're not getting continuity, then the board is good. If there's no wires landed in there and you're getting continuity, then that board is likely shorted out. Part 6, using the test buttons. Use the test buttons labeled SW7 and SW6 to see if the unit unlocks. Use of these buttons works independently of the access control system. Part 7, solenoid test. For our solenoid test, we're going to test for a 12 volt spike on activation and then leveling out to 5.5 volts DC to hold each solenoid on J18 when this activation occurs. With our meter on J18, we push the activation button and we spike to 12 volts and then drop back down to a steady 5.4 volts. Activations can be accomplished 3 ways: test buttons, jumper test wire previously installed, or by reconnecting the access control wires and badging in like normal. If improper voltage is found to the solenoids, this could indicate a faulty control board. If proper voltage is found, it could indicate a faulty solenoid. Thanks for watching this video. If you need on-site service from one of our turnstile specialists, please contact our service department. If you suspect your turnstile is beyond repair, check out that link in the description below for a list of full-height turnstiles that are typically in stock at Avant-Garde. Hopefully you found this information useful. If so, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. If you have suggestions, please leave those in the comments below and feel free to message us anytime. Thanks for tuning into the Turnstile Guys. See you next time.